Good morning. It is Saturday morning. Here again at l'Orange in France. Video number 11, I think. Yeah, I've just been here. I've been here for about 40 minutes now. I've just been rolling around and warming up and practicing my crossovers, reverse crossovers, up and down the slopes, all the stuff that you've seen in all the other videos that I didn't want to bother recording. Today I'm going to do some 180's off the little steps right there. And now I need to go find a decent camera angle for it. Okay, so this is the best camera angle I could find with the rail on the left there. I can't get it from the side, so I'm just gonna have to jump, do a little 180 and not crash into the camera afterwards. Let's give it a go. I don't know how much speed I'm going to need. Okay, that wasn't too bad. That was a decent amount of speed, maybe even too much speed for so few steps. Maybe I can do less speed and more jump. We'll see. I'm going to forego the first ramp this time and see how that goes. Yeah, that was pretty easy. Still like a bit nervy, but yeah, pretty easy. That's 2. They both went really well, so I'm just going to do, let's say 20, shall we? 20 regular with my right foot back. First little heel click. That one needed a bit more jump. I felt like I wasn't going fast enough. I think I almost recovered there, but not quite. Yeah, it's weirder than jumping off the box, because the box has got more height and no sort of scary stairs happening on it. Bit too far forwards there. Up on my back toe. There was barely any jump there. I was really close to the stairs. Well, I didn't fall over, which is great, but that wasn't exactly the grace I was going for. Too much fun to keep count. Boy, it's a shame that summer's going to be over eventually and it's going to start raining again. I'm not going to be able to skate every day. Uh, 14? Oops. 16, not 16, definitely not 16. I think we can agree. Did I say I was going to do 20? This is funny. Well, that's very energy intensive. Not just the physical thing, but also the mental thing I need to get over of the fact that those are stairs, and if I fall forwards, then I'm falling on stairs. And so it's kind of a small act of, not very small, but a small act of courage every time to do the little jump. And I've got to figure out my legs, and I've got to, not fall over. And it's physically demanding. That was cool though. I need to try switch. I'm going to do a couple on the flat first, and then turn it back on to watch the rest. Okay, I've done a couple on the flat. I figured out kind of how my body's supposed to be. I'm visualising it in my head. Landing switch has always been a bit of a problem for me. I've always been able to recover a lot easier in regular, but that just makes sense, doesn't it? So we're going to do 20 switch. Well, that didn't work. I had to switch my feet back to regular to survive that landing, and it's because, as is regular when I start doing a switch thing, I don't commit to the full turn. I always land kind of sideways on when I need to really put it backwards. Let's try another one. So, what's happening there? I'm landing like this, but shooting my leg backwards somehow. Let's do some on the little ramp. No real issue, but there's no jump. Turn it to the right, turn it to the right. I almost switched my legs. Almost switched my legs again. When I got the landing, I don't know why. I'm still looking to the left, so I should be forcing my legs to be in switch position. But they're not. I think that's about 3 successful ones. Well, that was probably the first successful one where I didn't mess with my legs. The more I chat calmly and there we go, that's a good one. That's 2. The more I chat calmly and just repeat, the fear starts to go away, the courage grows. Whoopsie, that's okay. That was a recovery without turning into regular stance. I'm going to call that number, 3? You can't be too hard on yourself when you're just starting. Yeah, that's a good 4. Bit of a stumble. I think my weight was slightly too far back there. That was a 5 though. Another non-commit, so my foot was sideways, so I tried to save it by going to regular stance, but I couldn't. These gloves are getting pretty knackered now. I'm going to have to buy a new pair. 4. 5. That was solid. 6. Ooh, 7. Ooh. Count it. That's 8. 9. 18. 19. Yeah, by the end of the set it gets really, really simple. Doesn't mean I won't mess it up now and again, but 20. Yeah, cool. 20 is a pretty good number for something so energy intensive. It gives you enough reps, especially if you don't count the really bad ones and keep going. It gives you enough reps to start to get a feel for it, and then at the next session, after you've slept on it or done something else for a bit, and you come back to it, you can do another 10 or another 20 and it'll be easier to get into it, and then slowly easier and easier. But yeah, for something really energy intensive like that, I think 20 each side is pretty good number. I don't know what I'm going to do next. I'll figure it out and then get back to you. Cool. Right, I decided to call it there. I've been going for about an hour and a bit, but my warm-up session was actually pretty intensive. I trained a lot of the moves that you've already seen in the previous videos, so I didn't want to record them. It was just the 180s off the stairs that was a new thing today. I practiced the compass, I practiced my crossovers, my backwards crossovers, pumping up and down, reverse pumping up and down, little 180s on the ramps, doing a 180 down into the ramp. On the box I did some stuff there, but yeah, I didn't want to set up the camera, do a couple of reps, go away, go to the next place, set up the camera, do a couple of reps, do the next thing. Maybe I will next time, but at the time I just wanted to warm up on the skates, and then I just got away with myself, got into the skating thing, and I was just going and going and going. But yeah, really good session today. On my crossovers I was really practicing the inward push. I don't remember if you in one of the last videos, maybe even my first video, when I was doing crossovers, I was saying that my inside leg push is really weak and I needed to train it. Well, I did that today, not in the same fashion that I showed you. I was basically just doing crossovers but only getting any energy coming through on the inside push. I wasn't using my outside foot for any pushing. That was cool. That helped me focus on that specific move. And I did that forwards and backwards. I'd recommend that. Maybe I'll show you in the next video. Right, I'm going to go home now, have a nice shower, sun's coming up, heat's starting to rise, and I'm sweaty as heck. Catch you later.